Hey planner friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I appreciate you stopping by. So as the title suggests, I am back in a ring planner. I'm not completely back in a ring planner, but I am using a ring planner in addition to my bound planner. I actually started my planner journey in a ring planner. It was a Franklin Covey A5 size, and then I went into Filofaxes and moved down to the personal size and the pocket size, and I just never quite found my groove with ring planners. But once I got into bound planners, that was it. I was sold. It was exactly what I was looking for. But as my business and life priorities have been changing, I felt like I needed something a little bit more than just my bound system. I needed a place that I could temporarily keep important information, and I just wasn't finding a spot for that in my bound planner. I tried to add like a little bullet journal to maybe keep that stuff in, but that didn't work for me either. And I realized that I needed something that was more disposable, and that's where the ring planner comes in. I can keep the information while I need it, and then I can toss it and refill it with more important information without trying to save the proper amount of pages for a certain category, or just having extra information to bulk up my planner when I no longer need it. So that takes me to where we're at now. These are my two planners. I actually had somebody ask why people would need multiple planners. This is my reason why I need multiple planners. I'm gonna go ahead really quick and start with my common planner, because this is the one that I've been using for the past year. Well, I've been using bound books for the past few years, and I'm just gonna kind of skim through this really quick and tell you what I keep in here, because there are plenty of videos on how I plan in this planner. But just for anybody new who's coming by, I do use this planner for my affirmations, which actually I am beginning to keep in my ring planner now, because my affirmations and my goals tend to change throughout the year, and by putting it in here, I felt like I didn't really have the ability to change it on the fly whenever I wanted to. So I'm no longer going to keep my affirmations in here. I do have like my yearly goals and everything in here though, and I can leave a link down below if you want to check out that video on how I did that. My Miracle Morning Tracker will still stay in this planner because this is just the perfect spot for it. I also use this planner for the monthly pages. This is where I do a lot of my future planning. I just go ahead and put the dates in here ahead of time. It's really easy because all 12 months are already dated for me. I also keep that on my digital calendar on my cell phone and everything, but I like to have it in here too, so that if I'm planning, I can just refer to these pages. And if you have been following my YouTube channel or Instagram, you know that my weekly pages are more of a memory keeping kind of spread. It's what I do throughout the day. I like to track what I do throughout the day, so if I have to refer back to it as I can. And it's just really neat to look back and see what we did on which days, and it's a good reminder when I'm journaling. And if I haven't journaled in a couple days and I want to look back and see what I was doing on a specific day, I can do that. I used to do pre-planning in the weekly pages when I had set things like the kids going to school or having to pick them up, but since my kids are grown up and out of the house, I don't really have anything that's set at certain times, so I fill this out throughout the day. And then lastly are my daily pages. My daily pages are mainly for my to-do list for the day. I keep what I eat throughout the day, kind of a little food log, and whatever exercises I do throughout the day. And then over here on the right hand side, I just started doing daily journaling. As you can see, there isn't too much planning in this planner. It's more of documenting my life, which is why I needed something different or in addition to this planner. By the way, this is the VDS cover in undyed Janet leather, and this is the Sterling Ink B6 full year planner, just in case anybody's new here and is unfamiliar with them. Okay, so I thought I would go ahead and try a ring planner out again since nothing else seemed to be working for me, and I still had this one ring planner left in my house. It's a VDS Touch Me in Noir, and I decided to go ahead and give it a try. I did find that the personal size inserts are just a little bit too narrow for me. They come to about right here, and I just felt like it wasn't enough space to write horizontally, so I thought, okay, maybe I'll go ahead and try a personal wide. And once I started researching that and looking into that, I realized that personal wide planners are very square. So it would come out, you know, like to here, and it would be a very square planner. And I don't really want a square planner. I really didn't want anything much bigger than this. And surprisingly, this is about the same size as the B6 planner, maybe just a little bit smaller. So then I stumbled upon some videos where people were using Franklin Covey compact inserts in their personal covers, and I thought I would give that a try, and it is absolutely perfect. I love it. The size is awesome. So the only thing is I really am not in love with this planner cover anymore. One, because it's black and I tend to be into more natural colors these days, and it's just a little bit too floppy for me. I know I can put something in here to make it not so floppy. I'm just not in love with this planner cover, and I really at the moment did not have the finances to invest into an undyed VDS, because if I could, I would get an undyed VDS rings, but that's not in the budget right now. So I decided to go ahead and get a Moterm in the Veg Tan Apricot. So I can't wait for that to get here. Part of the reason I mentioned that cover is because I'm not going to be able to figure out what kind of side tabs I'm going to do until that cover comes in, because it's not quite as wide as this one. I got the Personal Regular. I was going to get the Personal Luxe, but it was out of stock and I kind of didn't have the patience to wait for it, but they finally did get it back in stock. But the one thing I do not like about that planner is that it has 30mm rings, and I just don't need that much space. I like the 25mm rings. So I know that these inserts, by watching many videos, would have fit into the Personal Lou with side tabs, but I didn't get that one. I got the Personal Regular. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to put side tabs. I might have to put them on the top. It's really not a big deal to me, but that's why I have these little temporary tags here until I get the planner, and then I can figure out whether I'm going to do side tabs or top tabs. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this planner. This is really just a bare bones take notes, keep important information, toss it when I don't need it kind of planner. There are a few things in here just to make me want to grab the planner because it looks pretty, but there is not much floof in this planner. It's just basic stuff. Let's go ahead and start with this back pocket. I actually didn't want the back pocket, so if I got the VDS, I was not going to get a back pocket on it, but it's actually come in handy. I just have a couple of papers that I need to look over in that back pocket for now. I stumbled upon a ton of videos about setting up your ring planner with free inserts, so I watched quite a few of those videos and got some ideas of accounts to go to do free printables. So everything in here is a free printable. I went ahead and put this vellum in the front right here because my page was kind of getting messed up, so I just put that there to protect it for now. This is my table of contents. I just made this on Canva, and it's really basic, tells me what the different sections are. Let's go ahead and start with the table of contents, and then after that I just have this vellum. All of these extra little pages were either something I found on Canva or somebody had a free download. I have that. And then we have my inbox, which is to do, to buy, to read, and watch. To do is basically like an inbox. I just realized this is backwards. I will try to remember where I got most of these from. I will list a link of the ones that I use down below, but I really can't remember, and I don't want to make this video go on forever. So if it has who made it on, I'll make sure I tell you. Otherwise, there will be links down below to where you can find their freebies. So I think these ones were from EO Edits, and this is just a little getting things done method kind of workflow. Next, I have these checklists where I just kind of brain dump what I need to get done. And then the categories that I have set up are home, errand, photography, Instagram, blog, YouTube, and project. And then I just kind of clipped those together. Next is my shopping list, and this is just upcoming things that I want to purchase. And then I have a books to read list. After that is section 2, which is my schedule, and let's see, in here I have a yearly overview. This is from the planner spot. It's just a yearly calendar. And then I have important dates. And then I have another yearly overview. I plan to put birthdays in this section. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. And then I have a picture of my family, and then I have my weekly pages. These are from Peanuts Planner Co., and this is the first week I'm kind of testing them out, and I really think they're gonna work for me. This is one of her free downloads if you go to her Facebook group. And then we have the home section, which has my budget, meal plan, and trackers. I have my budget online right now. I haven't printed it out and put it in here yet, but that is gonna go in here just so I can refer to it whenever I need to. And then I have this meal planner. I believe these are from Puffin Pages. I'll put it down below, but I love these inserts. I don't use it how it's meant to be used. It says breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack because one, these lines are way too small for me to write all of those things in. I do keep that in my bound planner anyway. But what I decided to do is, like right now we're getting the HelloFresh boxes. What I'll do is jot down all of our dinners and what day I plan to have them, but it's not like written in stone or anything. We might eat them on different days. This is so that I don't forget what we have on hand and what we intended to eat for dinner for the week. And then I just have this little insert. I made this myself. I was playing around watching videos on how to make these, and I made myself a couple of different types, and I just have one picture in that one for now. This is another free download. This one's from, actually, I don't know who it's from. I'll put it down below. It's right there, but it's too tiny for me to read. So I have that, and then I have this 30-day challenge that I'm doing. This is just my own little challenge that I'm doing to try and eat clean and make sure I'm working out and not having any alcohol for the next 30 days. And I got this tracker on Etsy, but I kind of altered it a little to fit my needs right now. It was actually a 75 hard challenge printable, and I'll go ahead and leave a link for that down below, but I changed it to fit with my 30-day challenge. This is from Paper Test Designs, and it's just a yearly insert, and I'm going ahead and keeping my menstrual tracking on that one. Next is the project section, and this I'm keeping anything for my planner stuff, our photography business, and I'm also using this as my kind of manifesting section. This is a note on actually something I want to talk about in this video, which is pens, but I'll do that as soon as I'm done flipping through this. So I have this, I think I found this on Canva. And then what I do is in Notion, I usually write out all of my notes for the videos that I'm gonna do, and then I print them out and put them in here so that when I'm making the videos, I have the notes with me. And then when I'm writing the blog post, I also have all the information that I need so I can type it over there too. I do things like take notes on the Mo term. When I was trying to decide which size I wanted, I became quite obsessed thinking about the different tabs and sections that I wanted to do. And yeah, so this is just any notes on any projects that I'm doing, and then any notes for any of my photography stuff as well. And then, as I said, I have kind of my little manifesting session. So this was from Canva. This is also from Canva. So I have those here. And then I just made this little vision board. And then finally, we have the reference section, which has lists, notes, and guides. And I don't have too much in here right now. I just have like this from EO Edits planning routine. And then it kind of gives that. I have a couple of trigger lists in here from the planner spot. This is just something from Canva, and this is also just something from Canva. And then here are a few more of the little pouches that I made. This one, it has a spot for 2 pictures, and then this is just one big one. So that's it. Nothing too fabulous. It's just the extra papers and thoughts and notes that I need in my life right now. And when they're done, I can rip them out and throw them away. One of the reasons I didn't like using this as like my everything planner way back when is because for some reason, anything that's loose leaf, my mind says toss it once you're done with it, and I don't keep it. So it's really sad that I don't have any of those weekly memories of when I was scheduling taking the kids to school and all of the things that I had with them, sports with them. All of those were done on loose leaf paper because I was in a ring planner, and I just threw them away once I was done with them. Now these, I have several of these, like 5 of these on my shelf now, and it's just fun to go through and kind of reminisce sometimes. And even when you're kind of reflecting on everything and you want to see like, what was I doing at that time, you can go back and all that information is there. But that's the long story as to why I don't do everything in a ring planner, because I like to throw away the stuff after. Okay, so I think that explains why I have added a ring planner to my bound planner system. But before we go, the one struggle I am having right now is which pen to use in this. I started to use this pen from Hobonichi. It's just a Uniball ballpoint pen, and I like it. It's okay. In this planner, it really doesn't fit into the pen holder. I like have to really shove it in there. So I've just been kind of doing this or just setting it in here and snapping it in. So I started to use my Pilot vanishing point in here, which I love when I'm sitting at the desk, but if I'm sitting on the couch or somewhere else and I'm in like a weird writing position, it's harder for me to write with that pen. So I did end up ordering some Sharpie gel pens, and they're gonna arrive today. So I'm hoping those fit in the pen slots and they write well. I used to love Sharpie, so I haven't tried their gel pens yet, and I'm excited to do that. And maybe I'll update you on the whole pen situation when my new cover comes in. It says it finally landed in the US today. It really hasn't been that long. I'm just super excited to get it. But I think that is about it. If you have any questions about any of my planners or my planner system, please go ahead and leave any questions down below. If you like this video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, be sure to subscribe. And if you guys want to be notified whenever I post a new video, make sure you hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.